But Donald Glover is one of my favorites of all time. He is like the most creative person ever. He's like a
Yeah,
musician, a singer, an actor, a writer, a comedy writer. Like, he does everything. So
that
I right now
was
I'm trying to get my creative juices going, and he's one person I definitely look at for inspiration.
not ashamed to say it. That was definitely one of my biggest intros into hip hop. My first
Hmm.
love was not beats or anything. It was the way people worded things and
Hmm.
were clever with their bars. And
Hmm.
he's a smart. He went to NYU. He's one of the smartest
Hmm.
people that are writing. And I
Yep.
used to love those mixtapes and Bonfire. It was like,
Yeah.
whoa, what is he saying? It's kind of like that
Yeah.
Yonkers vibe where it was so
Hmm.
distressing of a video. But
Yeah.
yeah, Childish Gambino, that was the old goat for me. Him and Chance,
Yeah,
that
no,
era.
can't dude, Bonfire was the album. I remember in middle school, I was playing it like crazy.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about Camp hearing it today
I saw
in
I
2023?
I saw someone tweet about that like a month ago and I checked it
Mhm,
out. Definitely has a 2010s vibe to it.
mhm,
Definitely has some songs that are outdated, but there were
mhm,
certain ones that I used to play in the gym, so I still get a little hyped to them. Trying like LES, Less was a
mhm,
really good song.
mhm.
Yeah, it's a little outdated. It's got a
Yeah,
old vibe to it. A lot of early 2010s music does not sound
mhm,
very good today because
mhm,
I feel like producers fell in love with the virtual sound, which
mhm.
jazz is something that will sound good no matter when you put it, but those digital noises don't sound as good. Someone posted a picture of Future's like hit song from 2014 and said this could have easily been released this year. No, it couldn't have. That shit was it's a good song, but it does not sound
Yeah.
like it could be released this year.
It's definitely 2000s based, right? Obviously, there's some albums you listen to that's like, okay, that was for that time period. But obviously, the nostalgia drives it. You might hear Camp today and be like, wow, this is not good, or the bars were a little bit corny. But that's how people rap back then. It was blah blah blah, like this, like that, like this, like that. That's how people rap back then. Especially Lil Wayne was a trailblazer for that because he had the
Mhm.
craziest,
Punchlines is
similes, lasagna, right? The
crazy.
classic. I just cannot wait for Donald Glover to drop. I think people did not give it the respect he deserved when 3/15/20 came out. I know
I
the
did not.
release was weird. It was during COVID too, so it was really strange. But that album was really good, really experimental, and just fresh completely.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I ever really listened to that album. It was just rollout was weird, it's all numbers,
Yeah.
you can't remember what's
Mhm.
the song title.
Mhm.
It's similar to, like, Untitled,
Mhm.
Unmastered,
Mhm.
where it's hard to remember which song is which.
Mhm.
So, like, if I want Levitate, I'm like, "Is that Untitled 3? Is it Untitled 2?" It's hard.
It's hard, but would you say that Donald Glover is one of the best, artists of this generation? I know if you remember, he had an interview and he talked about how he wanted to write a diss against Drake, and "This Is America" started as a diss, but then he transformed it into the song we know today. Obviously, he's incredible, but do you still rank him as a top 10 or top, whatever artist for this generation?
Hmm.
See, it seems like
As,
people
like
don't see him in that light, but he is
as a
incredible.
singular as a singular artist,
Mhm,
I mean, his voice is amazing, like, who
mhm,
him doing Redbone with no effects and, like, doing it I think just, like, on Jimmy Fallon singing,
mhm,
it's crazy.
mhm,
I don't think he has the projects to say he's top 10, even though "Awaken My Love" is great, and "Because the Internet" is great. It's a little
mhm,
outdated, though. But as a full person, like a renaissance man, he's one of the
mhm,
most impressive people ever. Like, he's probably gonna get an
mhm.
EGOT at some point in his life
Low key.
once he goes on Broadway.